Hello, it's Lisa. Secondhand Crafter, back to do a walkthrough of my new sewing journal I just completed yesterday. It is, I don't know if I measured it. Excuse me for 1 second. I forgot to get my ruler out. It is 8.5 by like 5. It is a repurposed book that I put 2 coffee stain signatures in. I did use a kit from Artie Mae's sewing theme kit, and maybe her add-on kit. It has a simple ribbon closure with a hitch. Like I said, I didn't do anything to the book. I just put some beautiful fabric that matched the burgundy of the, it's like a deep rich burgundy book. That I just put this fabric on this cover. I also did this, I think I got the image from Pinterest, and I just added the sewing and put some corrugated cardboard behind it. It's the first sewing book I've ever done, so I hope you like it. When I have journals that I want to make, I usually start collecting things in like a manila folder or a envelope, and then once I think I have enough to make at least 2 journals, then I pull them out and start. I have another one of these started. It's not the same cover, of course, but it's the same. I'll probably use the same kit and same, sort of things inside. They're all original vintage notions inside. So let's just do a real quick walkthrough. I backed the book, the inside covers with cardstock that matched the outside of the book, only because the inside cover had a little writing and needed to be cleaned up a little bit. I think I put some trim between the craft text and the cardstock just for decorative purposes. And let's go through the kit. Like I said, it's an Artie Mae's. I'm not sure if I said or not. It's an Artie Mae's kit, sewing theme kit. I do have her add-on kit also, so there might be a little both. And a couple Tsunami Rose tags or journaling cards, I think. So that's it. So here we go. First pocket here is one of her tags I backed with coffee stained paper and a little bit of vintage fabric for the pull. Like I said, vintage notions made into little side pockets. A spool of thread charm hanging from there. Just a little collage there. A piece of one of her pages I kind of ripped to make a pocket. Tsunami Rose tag. And a tag that I just made with, I think this is like ephemera from Tim Holtz that I put on there. This is coffee stained. This is like coffee stained watercolor paper, I think it was, so it's real durable tags. Or tag. I don't think they're all like that in this book. I think I kind of did various ones. Room to journal, of course. An old sewing instruction page there. This is her lined backing for her kit. She has 2 versions, I think this one and then I'll show you the other side. Martha Stewart punch, corner punch, vintage graph paper, just a little collage. This is one of the things I had in my folder. I think I took it from an old, one of my paper pads. I cut it out, put it in there to save. This one has been coffee stained, and this one is just plain. And here's one of the needle books that came in the kit. I just put a little felt and a pin, make it look a little bit more like a regular needle book. I do have some vintage needle books, but they wouldn't have matched the kit, so I love that one. There's 3 of them in this journal. Some vintage fabric. This is from a vintage, I think it's McCall's like needle book. I took some ads out of one of her tags that came in the kit. She has, I think, 3 large and like 6 smaller tags that come in the kit. Another advertisement I saved, made into a pocket with one of her folders that I put inside, and I shrunk down and put the page in here as a book, so you can journal on that. And this is just a page I collected with some more places to journal. That's a page from a sewing book that I have. Journaling spots. Kit is absolutely beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. And this is the other half of everything I just went through. Envelope that came in the kit that also has a double journaling card inside. Some rose trim from Hobby Lobby, I think. And that's the end of the first signature, the beginning of the second. So pretty. Vintage fabric that I gathered on the side. I say ruched on the side, but everyone laughs because it's an old term that nobody understands anymore. Ruching, just like gathering, but whatever. Here is a pocket that I made from an old book, one of her tags, and a tag I made. This one has a little ball pin with some little beads and a button. Some fabric I made into a pocket with an old advertisement. She's so cute. And a tag that I made. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous, gorgeous kit. And this is the other backing. It's like a pattern type backing instead of lined, but it's beautiful. Little button card, I think that one came from Pinterest. One of the big tags and some vintage buttons. This one is from her kit. I did the backing, but when I did the backing, I did it upside down. So I just put some coffee stained paper, sewed around it, so that gives you another journaling spot instead of wasting a beautiful piece of the kit. Figured I salvaged it. It looks great. Ledger paper that I coffee stained. Another one of her envelopes that has the same journaling card inside as the last one. Another sewing pocket I made. Fabric pocket I made, I mean. This is a part of her kit. I think there's like 3 of these in her kit. I put some eyelash trim there, sample. And this needle book does have another one of those felt pieces with a pin, Tim Holtz pin, and ephemera. And then there's a pocket behind it also. Here's another charm I put on that pin. A needle book. I have several of these. This is one of the better ones. I did take the needles out of it and make it into like a little journaling book instead, because none of them have all the needles. They're kind of a mishmash of foils that had a couple needles, so I just took them out. I didn't want to poke anybody, but still a nice little piece of ephemera with this vintage score card to journal on also. I think it's from an old game, I'm not sure. This is the other half of the kit that I just went through. Another pocket I made here. Another needle book on the side here. This old vintage elastic. It does have a little tuck spot back here, or you could tuck in through the elastic. More vintage ruching I did there. And the last page of the kit's lined. And like I said, I just backed the book with inside of the book with cardstock that kind of matched the colors and some trim, and it has been sewed into a piece of craft text and then glued into the book, like most of my journals are that are repurposed. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I do have another one almost like it, not the same book, but the same kit I'm using. So I'll have that one ready for you also. These will go in my Etsy store today or tomorrow, by the end of the weekend at least. It is Sunday morning that I'm taping this. So I hope you have a beautiful week, and talk to you next time. Thank you.